Hi guys, welcome back. We are kicking off a new year of workouts with this invigorating slow flow bar. So lots of classic bar exercises. We're going to mix in a little bit of yoga with that. So this one should leave you feeling nice and loose, stretched out, awake, alive, alert, ready for the day. So you do not need any equipment other than your mat for this one. So if you're ready, let's get started. Hello guys, welcome back. We've had a short break, but we are back at it. So I hope everybody had wonderful holidays. We're still in the holiday season in Spain as I'm filming this, so that's great. If you are new around here, because it's a new year, so lots of new people might be coming around, welcome. My name is Sarah. I like to do a lot of bar and Pilates workouts of all sorts. So sometimes we're targeting a specific body part. Sometimes we're doing a little bit of cardio in the mix. Sometimes, like today, it's more of a slow flow, so a little bit more yoga inspired. So if that's something that you like to see, then go ahead, go down below, hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss anything. 2 videos per week, so it's Mondays and Thursdays, and I am committed to being really regular with that schedule. And there's also beautiful cats to be had, so we get this as a bonus. All right, so that's all of the business we're gonna take care of. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with this one. So I want you to start with feet nice and wide here, toes turned out. We're gonna be going straight down at the back, arms out to the side. So I want you to come down, arms will come down, and we're just gonna reach all the way up, so big stretch of the arms. We're just going for 10 of these. So tailbone tucked, really pressing knees wide, nice and controlled. Make sure, just double check the butt is not popping back. We really want to get a straight line with the back here. Makes all of the difference. All of the difference. Few more here. So yeah, nothing too crazy today. I say that, but sometimes I'm surprised as well. One more here. So, just never know. And now you drop down, bring the arms just down in front here. We're going to take a tilt to a single side. So going to the right, you're just gonna do a little tilt, arm to the inside, back to center. And again, so again, lucky number is going to be 10. Keep torso long, keep tucking that tailbone. With this one, there's especially going to be the tendency to want to push forward a little bit. Don't do it. We're not tilting forward on these. We're just going to the side. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Stay low in this plie, arms back out to the side, and we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still staying low. We got 2 more things here. We're gonna lift heels for 10. Lift both, slowly lower. So I don't want you to just be like dropping or like slamming the heels back down. It should be a controlled release. Height will not change. So I'm not going up and down within it. It's just in the heels. So if you saw me from like here up, it should look no different. Nobody would notice a thing. Here's 3. Should be starting to feel a little bit of heat in the legs. Last one, keep heels up, and we're pulsing again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, heels can come down, but stay in that plie. We're gonna be turning toward the right side. So arms are here in our plie. We're gonna turn, both feet will need to move a little bit so that we find a lunge. We drop down into that lunge. Open back to the plie. Same side repeating, and to lunge. So you've gotta be light on the feet with these ones, because as I said, obviously that back foot is going to be doing a big turnaround, but your front foot, as you turn toward it, is also going to have to turn a little bit, unless you have a perfect 180 degree turnout on those plies, which some of you may. It's not likely for most of us. So just be conscious of that. Couple more here. Whoop. We're gonna stay in this next one. So we're in our lunge. And from there, I actually want you to take arms up overhead, and we're gonna fold. So you're gonna straighten both legs, fold down, nice little stretch there. Make sure you're retracting the right hip a little bit, and then I want you to lift arms up, drop back into that lunge. And again, so a little pyramid stretch, flat back, whoop, and lunge. As you can see, it is a little bit of a challenge for stability. It's kind of the idea. That's kind of why we're here, but still nice and slow and stretchy. And Layla's just not even phased. Does not care. Couple more here. Keeping back nice and flat on that lunge as well. And last one. Fold and then come back to that lunge again. And we're just gonna pulse it. So again, retracting the right hip, tuck right glute under so hips are even. And we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep a bend in that back knee. We're lifting up the front heel. So lift, slow release. Lucky number 10. Keep pulling navel in tight. Chin stays lifted. Shoulders retracting down and back. And squeeze that right glute really, really tight. That is important. Don't let that back knee straighten. Makes it easier. It's going to want to. It's always looking for the easy way. Here's 2. Keep heel up on 1. 10 pulses here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and go ahead, step forward. So we'll have feet all the way together here. We're gonna bring arms back up overhead. Right leg is going to be our standing, our stabilizing leg. Just continuing with that pattern. So we're going to keep straight line, fingertips through the left heel. We're taking a little tilt forward into a warrior 3. So that should be a long line there. And then we're just gonna come right back up again. So watch that the leg doesn't get ahead of the torso or vice versa. Both those things are common with these. Also watch that you're not turning out the hip there. So toes angled down toward the floor. I think inevitably there will be maybe a little bit of a turn of the hip, but you shouldn't have foot like horizontal or anything. I don't remember if I said, but we're doing 10 of these. So yes, lots of stabilization. Should feel good. I don't know, maybe you really hate this kind of thing. I always enjoy working balance just because it's something that truly you do notice how much you improve it when you work on it a lot. That's all. One more here, and we're gonna stay, bring hands to heart center. We're gonna do a single leg squat. So right knee, we bend, we push. Don't go too fast on that push. Keep reaching long through your left leg. Keep left leg high. Pull up from the navel. All those things are going to help. Also, shoulders back, chest open. It's a lot to think about. That's why you can always come back to this. Revisit it. Notice how everything improves a little bit each time. Here's 3, 2, hello right glute, and 1. Left leg, we're gonna pulse up for 10, 9, 8, squeezing from the glute, nowhere else. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up, both feet come down. So feet together here. Inhale, reach both arms up. If you want, you can take a little bit of back bend there. I think it feels good. Exhale, big forward fold. Head hangs down. Inhale, slide hands up to the shins. Lift halfway flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back to a high plank, and we're gonna lower down through chaturanga. So you can go from the knees or the toes on these. We shift forward either way, elbows hug the sides, and then lift the chest through at the bottom. Come back over the feet, back to our downward dog. Looking back toward the toes, hang out there for a hot second. Just getting a nice little stretch for the back body, pulling navel in tight. And then look forward toward the hands. Let's just do little tiptoes forward. So keeping the legs as straight as you can, just tiptoeing feet forward toward the hands. That's it. Inhale again, just do a little halfway lift there. Hi, Layla. Exhale, fold all the way down, head hangs. Inhale, we're gonna sweep all the way up, arms reach overhead if you want. Again, you can go for that little baby back bend there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, again, little lift here. Exhale, fold, hands down, step back to your plank, and again, we'll lower down through a chaturanga. So shifting forward, elbows hugging the sides, flat back, scoop it through, and roll back to a downward dog. This time, we're actually gonna stay down. So rather than walking the feet forward, you're gonna come back into a plank here. Feet will stay where they are. I want you to bend the right knee, tap it to the floor, lift up, other side. So touch, push back through the heel, keeping shoulders directly over the wrists. Keep that constant sensation of pulling up through the navel. We just keep going here. So you should feel a lot of lower abs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now make it double knee. Same thing. I want you to think of actually tucking the knees under rather than going down, because we don't want a huge up and down motion of the hips. We want to think more of keeping them level-ish and drawing under, because that's really what's going to fire up the lower abs on these. 4 more. Here's 3, 2, little heat for the arms as well, and 1, stay in your plank. And then this is what I like to call the evil child's pose. You're gonna keep knees hovering, but push butt back toward heels as if we were coming in child's pose, and come forward into plank again. So back, heel toward the butt, flat back, arms just reaching, and shift forward to plank. 10 is basically our magic number for everything today. So if you get lost, if you get behind, no worries. It'll be easy to find your way again. Just do 10, pause the video, come back. It's halfway. Don't go too quick with these. I'm intentionally keeping everything really, really slow. So yeah, you definitely should not be ahead of me in time. I like to remind everyone of this. Should not be ahead. You could be a little bit slower, and that's fine. Couple more here. It's not a cardio video. If it were cardio, that'd be different. And 1 more. Back into the plank. And then from there, I want you to press back again to downward dog. We'll tiptoe it forward again this time. So legs staying as straight as possible. Tucking navel in all the way forward. Inhale, low lift, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. A little back bend if you feel like it. Exhale, palm square, down through heart center. Okay, so we only did our one side just then, which means we're gonna take it back, start from the top, and go to the left side. All right, so feet nice and wide here, same as we started before. We're going to come down, arms come down, keep tailbone tucked, sweep arms up and over, squeezing the glutes. So I feel like I don't need to say anymore because I already said 10 of everything. So 10 of these. Nice and slow. We get a bit of a recovery breath here. And it's nice because we get to find that range of motion in the shoulders again, which I do think feels nice after some planking. I do think. So are you guys just starting to work out after the holidays? Are you just starting to work out, period? Let me know where you are in your fitness journey, or maybe you've just been trucking on all month long. Wherever we are, welcome, yay, glad we're here. Last one here, and then go ahead, drop it back down. Arms come down, this time we're tilting to the left. So a little tilt, center, stay low in the legs. Keep drawing tailbone under so you're not tilting forward. Should feel that little burn in the inner thighs. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, arms out long. We pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who remembers what's next? It's a double heel lift. So lift, push heels forward, slow release down. You'll notice I got a little shake on that release. You want to find that little shake on the release, because if you're going too fast, you're going to miss it. So that's a sign that you're going too fast, if you're missing out on that shake, or potentially that you just need to drop a little bit lower in it. So bear those two things in mind, but I want you to search for that shake. We're looking for it. We want to find it. We like it. Couple more here. One last one. Keep heels lifted, and you're gonna be pulsing here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Heels down, stay low. We're turning to the left. So arms are out. We twist that back foot, also straight on the low. Drop to lunge. Open back to the plie. So better to take these, of course, again, really, really slow. Square everything up, certainly before you drop into that lunge. Because if you go too quick, too crazy into that lunge, knees might not be over toes. You might be twisting in some sort of weird way. So make sure you're turning both feet. Feet will both point, knees will both point in that same direction. Everything will be square to the left. Few more here. Squeezing left glute on that lunge so that it tucks under. And last one, we're gonna stay shazam in our lunge. Arms reach up overhead, straighten both legs, take a little forward fold. So this first one we might spend a little bit more time in just to make sure we're squaring up the hips, pulling left hip back. Yeah, there we go. That first one gets my balance. And again, so a little fold. We're just going between that fold and the lunge. Watch that you're not bowing the lower back on the lunge. Keeping shoulders and chest open though. A few more here. This is also my non-dominant side, so definitely more of a balance challenge for me over on this side. But we're working both sides equally, so that does help. One more here. And then you're gonna stay in our lunge here, arms up, a little do-si-do, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low, keep a bend in that back, right knee. We're lifting left heel and lower. Keep squeezing navel in tight. Again, we don't wanna feel the lower back, so check that you're not like pushing back. If anything, you can do a tiny little tilt forward just to avoid the push back. I mean, we want to be more or less straight up here, but little tilt forward is okay. Keep a bend in that back knee though. I know that without you even thinking about it, it's just going straight. I know it is. I know what that knee likes to do. One more here, keep the heel up, and we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So from that lunge, go ahead, step forward, feet come all the way together. We'll actually keep arms up overhead. So this time, left leg is stabilizing, right leg is going back to that warrior 3. So just release the right foot, take your little tilt here. Again, fingertips, whoop, crown of the head, that heel, that's all one line, and back up. So a little tilt. I regret starting on my dominant side. Regrets. But we're gonna make it through anyway. We can do it. We can do it. Just really driving powering through that left heel. And resist that urge to open up the hip. I feel that urge. I feel that urge. Because my left glute is like, no, don't want to do it. My left glute gets that way. Keep squeezing the abs as well. So that is a big source of support in these ones. Couple more here. This next one is our final one, which means it's where we hold hands in front of the chest to heart center. We bend, extend, left knee. So bend, slow press. Bend, slow press. Keep pulling shoulders back. Why is this side so much harder? Just is that way. Here's 4, 3, 2, stay here on 1. We're pulsing right heel. Lift for 10, 9, straight leg, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, release. So again, feet together here, same as before. If I'm missing Layla, I'm gonna come back to this then. You guys can stay where you are. But I like looking at Layla while I do this. So feet together, you're gonna inhale, reach arms up, option for a little back bend there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, little lift halfway. Hello. Exhale, fold. So unimpressed. Step feet back to a high plank, little chaturanga here. So shifting forward, elbows hug the sides, shoulders back, flip it over. Chest dives through. Hello. Exhale, roll back to downward dog. Gaze forward toward the hands. Tiptoe, 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 tiptoe. Forward, forward, forward. Heels down. Inhale, little lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Again, little back bend if you feel like it. You don't have to. Exhale, straight back into that fold. Inhale, little halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to your high plank. Last one of these that we're going to do. So shift forward, lower, lower, lower. Come to the tops of the feet. Scoop through, roll back to downward facing dog. There we go. So a little bit different this time. We're not going to be in plank. Instead, you're going to drop to the knees and we're going to lower all the way down. So come all the way forward here on your mat. Arms are going to reach back by the sides, palms facing up, feet at about hip to shoulder distance apart. Give the shoulders a roll back. Head stays in line with the spine. We're going to lift everything. So inhale. On the exhale, we just do a little back extension. So like somebody's pulling on your hands, pulling back, legs lift as well. Squeeze the butt. Inhale, release. Guess how many we're doing? It's 10. So just double check that you're not throwing the head back on these, nor are you bending the knees. Those are the two most common errors I see with this exercise. So legs stay really long. We're long through the crown of the head. We're not cutting anything anywhere. It's just one long, beautiful line. Few more here. Oh, she looks so sweet. Here's 2. And one more. You're gonna keep everything up. Ideally, you could sweep the arms here. I got the wall, so I'm gonna do more of a reach, but I'll show you with this arm. You wanna do actually a sweep and press back. I'm gonna go by my sides, so we'll reach arms forward, sweep arms back. Sweep arms forward, keep the legs lifted, sweep arms back. So really squeezing glutes tight, reach long through the tips of the toes, forward and back. I'm still hitting the wall. Even like this, it's close quarters. My big chicken wings. So the day that this is posted will actually be the day before this beautiful girl's 2nd birthday. So if you want to wish Layla a happy 2nd birthday, you may do so down below in the comments. Hitting those terrible 2s. Last one here, keep arms back, palms up, or just gonna squeeze shoulder blades for 10, 9, 8, little pulses. Keep lifting the legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands underneath shoulders here. Go ahead, press back to a child's pose. And if you're new around here, Layla's not the only cat. Lately, she's been the only one who really likes to be part of these videos, which is very strange because it always used to be Leo. And Leo, somewhere along the way, just kind of stopped caring and started caring more about his nap time. So he is napping. Flip around, come onto your butt here. We're gonna roll all the way back down. So yes, Layla lately has been the star of the show, but she has an older sister and older brother, both. So they are a trio. All right, all the way down onto your back here. We're gonna do knees lifted, give them a little tuck in, legs will stay together. Fingertips are going to come to the temples here. We're gonna do a double crunch. So you're going to hug up, tailbone is actually gonna lift a little bit, but nice and controlled. Hug the legs in, elbows go wide, legs come out long. And again, we tuck in, little pause, extend, hitting that wall. I'm gonna move myself this way a little bit. Tuck in, extend. As you extend, make sure you can pause in that full extension and press navel down. If you want more of a challenge, you can go a little bit lower with the legs. So yes, the other cats are Luna and Leo. Yes, they all have L names. Just liked that theme. So that's what we've gone with. They do have their own Instagram. I'll have it linked down below if you want to see what they're up to. It's just Luna_Leo_Layla. Keep the legs out long on this one. We're gonna do single leg. So right knee comes in, we hug, we extend, left leg. We hug, we extend. So I'm not using the hands to pull up the neck. It's literally just checking the distance so that I can touch. So I know the leg is coming in far enough. I'm high enough in the crunch as well. A little bit harder with these ones because that stabilizing leg is out at the diagonal, which is not super stable. Here's 3, 2, 1. Legs out. Now I want you to reach arms down by the sides here. I'm still in that crunch position. I'm gonna scoop up, knees tuck in, half boat. That was 1, so meet me there. We go back to that little hollow position, back to half boat. You're coming fully into half boat, but we're also coming fully down. So yeah, often I see people choose just one of these. They're either staying up at the top or they're staying down low. We're doing all of it, the whole gamut. A few more here. Try to keep feet level with the knees as you scoop in, chest lifted. I believe we have 2 left. If not, we got a little extra in. Last one here, hold up here. Final thing, you're gonna do 10 leg outs here. So we'll stay on the tailbone. If you want, you can bring hands behind, keep chest up, shoulders back. We extend out, so notice this time I'm not coming down. Tuck in. Last 10 of these. What do you think, Layla? Now that Layla is about to be 2, she's not impressed. Takes more to impress her these days. Here's 4, 3, whoo, hello lower abs, 2, 1, release feet down, soles of the feet together, knees just dropping open. So we've made it to our stretches. Not too crazy, but I think just a nice one to kind of wake up, get back in the swing of things, a little bit stretchy, which is good because if you've been sitting around or eating more inflammatory foods, maybe not drinking enough water, the joints tend to get a little sticky. So really good to open everything up, get back through a full range of motion and everything. So more movement is always the key. Always the key. Go ahead, extend legs out long in front of you. I do work as a personal trainer, in person in Madrid, if you're around here, or also virtually, anywhere in the world. But I see injuries, obviously. The most common injuries I see, or like aches and pains, are from lack of movement. They're not from over movement. Very, very rarely, like if it's like a former athlete, legs wide here to a straddle, something like that. So with like tennis players, often there are shoulder issues. I don't actually see tennis elbow often, but more shoulder things. So yeah, something like that. Obviously that is an overuse injury, but it's much less common that I see overuse than underuse. Legs together, flip around onto the knees. So just keep that in mind. Most people are not moving anywhere near enough. Step right foot to the outside of right hand. And this is why I'm really strict. I say absolute minimum, you should be doing 10,000 steps per day. And that only counts if they are outdoor steps. So I say that for a reason, because I know a lot of people have fitness trackers. Go ahead, slide that right foot into center, roll back. That'll pick up every little movement they're making around the house. So sometimes people will rack up an awful lot of steps, just like, I don't know, cleaning the house or something, which I'm not saying that cleaning is not a good workout, because it actually is. But in addition to that, you should be doing 10,000 very intentional steps going for a walk or commuting on foot. So if you are somewhere where that is an option, go ahead and step right foot back, left foot comes wide. So I like to do most of my commuting on foot, and I get a lot of steps in that way. And you know what? If I haven't gotten all my steps in for the day commuting, then you better believe I'm gonna go out and go for a walk. So 10,000 intentional steps. Bring that foot in line with the hip. We'll roll hips back. So nice flexed foot, getting that hamstring. And sometimes Layla gets to come because she's got a little stroller. So sometimes she gets to come for a walk too. And release, come back to hands and knees. We'll just take a final cat-cow here. I always love to do a cat-cow, 1, because it's a great stretch, but 2, to honor my fine feline friends. Roll in. And if you are new around here, the reason Layla is such a gigantic 2-year-old is because she's a Maine Coon. She's a big girl. She's a big, beautiful girl. Last one there. You can press back to a child's pose, one final child's pose, just to reset here. Take a little rock side to side. I hope you are feeling ready to take on your day, feeling good, feeling energized, feeling a little bit more mobile. And if you guys enjoyed this video, of course, hit that like button down below. That really helps me out in terms of visibility, and also it lets me know what sort of things you like to see and what sort of things you would like to see more of. Along those lines, if you have a more specific request, you can let me know down below in the comments. I do read them, I do take them into account, I do plan future workouts based on those. So those 2 things, and of course, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're here twice per week. We got a menagerie of cats running around, so that's fun too. And we're gonna be going hard, going strong all year. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.